Hi, Amelia, and welcome on my floor. It's kind of dusty in here. Welcome on my floor, and today I'll be working on my sticker design that I really wanted to make for a long time, and I prepped my canvas already. Don't mind those spots. It was like that on purpose originally, and I left it. But it's just my prep. I'll probably paint over it. And I decided I have opinions, and I think I know what I wanna do and wanna talk about. So yeah, I think that will be fun. I mean, I already recorded a test video to like talk to myself for like about 10 minutes, and it felt great because I really talk a lot and I love talking and I love having opinions, and I'm sorry that you don't see me well enough, but I'm on my floor. And I forgot what I was supposed to talk about in this video, but I think I'll remember, and if not, I'll still have something to talk about. Probably something about life, because I have a lot of opinions about life and about living and stuff, and I don't know, because I feel like I'm kinda, maybe not weird, but that it's unusual to feel content with your life at this age, and not like my age, but just in these times. Because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people aren't really happy with maybe not anything, but I feel like a lot of people aren't really happy. I lost my marker. Oh no, I didn't. Aren't really happy with their lives and what they do, and I know there are a lot of times that it's circumstantial. I think that's how you say it. Hello. Oh. But just generally, I feel like a lot of people don't like their lives, and yeah, as I said, it might be, things that they can't control, like how much they need to work and some relationships and like just like whole life situation. But I feel like even generally, a lot of people don't really feel happy with their lives, even if they like could be happy with their lives. I don't know. It didn't start. But I feel like I know a lot of people in like, or like, I feel like I'm losing my point. But it seems like sometimes, no matter the situation the person is in, they can still feel like kind of hopeless and like they're unsatisfied with their lives and what they do, and like just generally I don't know, just because the times are rough, just looking into the future is rough. That's something I think everybody feels to some degree, and it maybe makes us a little bit hopeless, but I feel like there's more opportunity here to like be happier in daily life. Even like maybe looking at my parents, like they don't seem unsatisfied with their life, but I see an opportunity here to like be better and live better. But I know they live their lives, maybe they just like it like it is, but it doesn't really seem that way. It doesn't really seem like they're that satisfied, but it's just me. Although even if more people than I see and I notice are happy with their lives, then it's still, I feel like it's not really spoken about that, oh, I'm happy with my life and I'm happy how it is, and I want change. I have some plans about my life, but it's fine like it is now. I don't really need the change to happen now. I'm not sure if... Is it fine? I'm not sure. Maybe I don't have a point. But at least I feel like it's, yeah, as I said, less common to just even generally hear about people being happy with their lives, even if a lot of them are. It's not really spoken about, and maybe ways to have a satisfying and like happy kind of life. But on the second front, I don't think there is a way. I'm just happy with my life. I do things that I like. I make space for them as much as I can. I'm grateful that I can, in my country at least, like I don't need a crazy job. I do a little small, tiny part-time job. I do a tiny amount of hours every month, and it lasts me a bit. And I came back to live with my parents, but it's mostly because of the cats and reason that I have so many things here that if I wanted to move, I would need to have it like permanent. Because I'm not moving any of this. Like, forget about it. Like, it doesn't go anywhere. I think I forgot what I was talking about. So, one moment. I think I know what I was talking about, like, at least a tiny bit. I'm grateful to be able to have a small job and like live with it. I spent last year living with my friend and my wife in the new apartment that we got. I mean, apartment, like, we rented, obviously. But I just wanted to, like, take a break from my parents, have another step up in my life, and I didn't really know what else to do that could, like, provide me with that feeling of, oh, I'm doing something more with my life. It's another level up and everything. But yeah, so the decision came to find an apartment and move out. And it lasted a year because I decided it. I mean, my wife still is in that apartment, so it's nice because she's finally in the same city as me. I mean, she wasn't that far away, but at least she's a lot closer now. And I mask the canvas. So I can, I'll make a photo of it. It will be easier to have an additional edge for the stickers. Yeah. And we'll try to make something. So my wife still stays here, so that's a bonus. She found her new job, because before that, even before like summer last year, she was doing something else on the side to just like have some extra money. And now she works half-time. I work a tiny bit, and because she changes her, how do you say that? She was studying something up to last year, and then she decided she doesn't really vibes with it, so she got this whole idea to do something completely else, and now she's studying for it because we have like some exams after like at the end of high school that you need to take, and your scores from these exams matter if you want to go to the university, and it all depends on everything. So she now has an additional, like, she takes additional lessons. I don't forget, like, she has a tutor from like 2 subjects, and those will matter for her studies when she will get there. So she studies on her own right now, to retake the exams next year. And since she's the only child and her parents are well off, well, they support us, kinda. I mean, it's like we don't need support, but like they want to support us. So as for now, we use it as a way to like give ourselves more space and less time at work. So yeah, we get some money from me, some money from her, and some money from her parents, and we are using it to like just live. But even when we were at we had a higher cost of living when I was still at the apartment, because now I just pay my parents something to stay at the house. I mean, just like, it's a symbolic thing, more or less, but it doesn't matter. Well, it was more expensive for me to be at the apartment that we rented. So now when I'm living here, it's fine, it's cheap. I think if even her parents didn't give us money, we'd like have enough from what we make. But when I was calculating our spending last year, it would still be fine. I mean, let me say it another way. One full-time job, I think, would pay for our lives at the apartment. Then we have 3 cats. So like, it's still not bad. Because if I had the half-time job, she had the half-time job, it would be like, should be enough to live most of the months. Maybe not have a lot of leftover money, but it would be enough. And we even if we wanted to, we could like barely have a full-time, like kinda below full-time both, and then we would be like set. So it's still like fine situation, even if we weren't that fortunate, it would still be fine, even without the help. So like, it's all fine, it's nice. I forgot what I was talking about again, but I'll remember. I'm fortunate and I'm happy, yes, about my happiness. So yeah, even if I was kinda less fortunate than I am now, I'd still be happy. But it doesn't really matter, I think. Like, I'm talking about myself anyway, and just how little I hear about being happy in media. I mean, obviously, what's more, it will be kind of maybe, I don't know, is it wild for the internet if I say, I don't know, but maybe it's kind of more desirable to consume content about like the bad times and the depressions and like feeling bad about something. I like it too a lot. I mean, who doesn't relate with some shitty feelings? I mean, everybody does. It's way easier to like see bad things in life than the good things. But generally, over the years, I got kinda positive too. I mean, I had my times with everything. Like, I had my problems, and I still have my problems, but I would never say that I'm unhappy with my life. Like, my life, my plans for life, everything my progress that I make, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Like, it's all perfect. I mean, it for me, and for how I just decided to go about my life, it couldn't be more perfect, to be honest. So that's something, yeah. Let's try. So yeah, for me, 100% fine, nice. I'm happy. My wife's kind of happy. I mean, we're in the progress. She struggles a little bit more than me, but still, even though she struggles, I don't think that she would also say that her life is bad or something is wrong with it, because it's not about like how we live. It's like more, I feel like it's always kind of more the relationships, even especially when you're life is just like kind of normal outside of that. It's usually relationships that kind of suck, maybe, and how you feel about them sucks. I mean, it's just how I feel, I guess. Hmm. Now I'm overthinking my thoughts about life. I don't know why. I mean, I'm sorry, you were supposed to see what I'm doing. I'm doing, like, don't look at it, it's like a sketch, I guess. But it will be a sticker where there's, you see, an eye in the middle, and here's like, don't blink. Just like, I don't know, I like this concept, so that's what I'm going with. And sorry for no better camera, but I always forget my tripods. That's the word. I forgot this word one time when I was talking about shit, but tripods. Tripod and tripods. Yeah, I have two, but neither of them are with me right now. So, funny. But yeah, what I was really, I think, wanting to say about life, that it's really, I think it's really easy just to fall into those sad, depressing patterns, because it's a weird thing to say, but I kind of like being kind of depressed and sad and miserable, because maybe it's just me as an artist, but it's just feels right. And I mean, when I'm happy and or like normal, because I feel like I don't really feel like happiness or excitement most of the time, but I'm not sure. Feelings are hard, right? Um, and I destroyed my will. Feelings are hard, and okay, I fucked up, but I will probably be covering that anyway, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah, so I like being kind of depressed too, and it feels fine, feels like, I don't know, it feels like it fits with me. Like, this depression seems right in some way. I don't know what way. Just like, you know, it's easy. Depression and feeling bad feels easy, and that feels right most of the time, for me at least, because obviously I'm not speaking for anyone, just like, that's how I feel. Like, it's not like I want to get depressed. I mean, sometimes I do, so it's weird, but it's not like I really want to get depressed, maybe. But it's also, I think that I want to feel something intensely and care, maybe. Maybe that's kinda the thing, just caring and feeling about stuff. But that's easy. And what's easy isn't always good for us. And I don't know how I came to this, but I just decided at some point, gradually, probably, but like, even though it was at some point, that I will try to look at things in the, like, on the bright side, like the good things in stuff, and like talk about things without making it seem like there's something wrong with something. Because sometimes nothing's wrong. But we look for problems and negativity and to hate on people. And no, I'm not better than that. I hate on people too, and I easily get discouraged and I feel like something's wrong sometimes. And I just need to like let it out. But I feel like it's easy to fall into like a negativity train that once you stop it gets really hard. Once you start, it's really hard to stop hating on the person that you may not like, and you will keep just saying, oh my god, but this person, oh, they would probably do this, they will probably do that, they would, oh, they suck because, oh, that's totally them because something. That probably doesn't make sense what I'm saying. But drowning ourselves in bad stuff maybe feels right, but I don't think it serves us right and how we feel like long term and how we feel about our life and all. So I'm trying to be positive, and no matter what happens, I mean, when it's really bad, it's bad, yeah, no discussion. But even though I try to see good stuff in hard stuff and in bad stuff, or maybe it's the hard stuff that's really maybe dragging us back in some way, making us forget the good stuff and the nice times and some other stuff. That's maybe we forget that hard stuff isn't really bad stuff, it just feels heavy, but maybe it's not really a bad feeling most of the time. I mean, yeah, anxiety is hard and the stress, and if you have too much of it, it sucks. But with time, you'll get some things off your plate. It's not permanent. I think a lot of situations in day-to-day life aren't permanent. And especially if you're like still in school or something, and most of your worries maybe come from like school and some expectations. Oh, and especially when you don't feel like right in life. I think I'm losing my point, and I'll have to. I don't want to edit this. I want it to be like just spend time with me and hear me ramble, because I think that will be my thing. Yeah, I talk all the time. People, I mean, no, people don't hate me, but I'm sometimes hard to be around because of how much I talk. Like, for some people it's just tiring, but a lot of people like me, but it's just tiring because I always have something to say. So I decided if I have all this energy to talk, I'll put it here, and I'll do just like casual, like create and talk videos. Like, I think it's perfect for me. I just can talk forever, actually. And I can just realize I love doing that. Yeah, whatever this is. I'm making red background on the Greek background because I think it's cool. We'll see. Maybe something like this. Yeah. But I think the topic of this video will be more like seeing the good stuff in life. And if I was like some cool channel, it would be probably like epidemic of chronic negativity in youth. Is that is that right? I mean, yeah, it's serious in a way, but you know how different you can frame things. Yeah, I'm talking some gibberish and I could frame it like that. I mean, it's not too far, I think, from what it's really about. I think that's what's really about. It's just like fancy wording that I'm not capable of when I'm just like speaking like that. So yeah, I feel like focusing on the bad stuff makes us more and more miserable, obviously, and it's not really easy always to feel better. But more often than not, let's say it like that, more often than not, I think it's just like trying to feel comfortable with the pain and suffering, and then it turns into part of your life and you don't know how to get out. And I get it in some way. I mean, you know, as I said, I kind of yearn sometimes for like this kind of pain and suffering, and you know, maybe that's the artist in me, and who doesn't create great things and nice things and emotional things when they're not like completely miserable. I don't know. But even though I think it's worth appreciating things you have, I try. That's for sure. I try. We'll switch up to some sketchbook things because I need it to dry. But I really try, and I feel like it makes me happier generally. I'm like in my day-to-day life, I'm just happy, and I'm happy to tell somebody about like my general life shape and what's happening, and that it's nice, and I'm happy and I'm satisfied and I'm full of willpower, and maybe that's the way I think also motivates me a bit. I don't set like big goals for myself. Like I turned 18, so my goal was to get a job, because here you can't really, I mean, legally you can, but nobody will hire you under 18 basically. But I turned 18, my goal, my main goal, like, was to get a job, and I got a job that I still work to today. I'm 20, kind of getting old. I mean, I would be a hypocrite if I didn't call myself old, because I call everybody old for shits and giggles, but still, I'm this kind of person, sorry. I forgot. That's my memory. I forgot again. One second. I think I was speaking about something like appreciating life and how it can make you... Oh, about life goals. Yeah, I got it. So, job, 18. 19, I decided that I'm gonna move out for a year. And that was my main thing last year. And I don't regret it. It was fun. I learned a lot of things. Like, I've grown a bit. I'm so like... I'm a grandma now in my soul. So, really a grandma. And now at 20, I mean, it wasn't really like at 20 I realized, but there was a time, I think at the end of last year, or maybe not at the end, fall last year, fall 2024, something like that. We have this one, I have this coworker that works at the same position as me for like 15-16 years now, and I'm 20. And she's been in the same place where I've probably seen her, or my parents maybe seen her, when I was like a tiny little baby, when she was starting to work there, and I was a tiny little baby, and my parents were like, they don't know her, but they might have seen her, because it's a place they used to frequent. And she works there for like 15-16 years, and I'm 20. And when I thought about it, it's like it's like all the same. Like she's no higher than me. Maybe just because of her like years of being there, she's like higher socially, but she isn't like better, much better than me. She's more maybe knowledgeable, but it's the same position, probably about same pay. I don't know. And I realized that it's so many years in such a place, and I was like, oh no, I maybe don't want that for myself. I worked there a year and a half at that point, and I was like, I'm not sure if I want to be there even for like, I wouldn't want to be there for 10 years or like anything close to that. I hope that maybe at 5 would be like a maximum amount. I mean, I really enjoy people there, but just like I don't imagine to work there and like make a living from this work that I do now, which is like a fast food kind of job. No, I can't imagine that. And for a long time I also wanted to like study something like smart and being like some math physics related things. I mean, I for a long time enjoyed maths and physics. If you like math and you think that you like physics, it's usually a lie. You usually won't like physics. I was in a class that we had advanced math and advanced physics, and usually the mentality is, oh, I like math because it's so interesting and I like making all those weird it's not counting, but I don't have words for it now, making those equations. And yeah, physics will probably be something similar. It will be like, it will be fine. And it's not fine, because nobody fucking likes physics if you like go after loving math. But it's fine. And I decided that I put that idea on hold. I won't go to university for that yet. Then I went to get a work. So then I got my job. And that realization, I was like, I don't want to study that thing, those things. I don't want to stay at this job for so long and like make my living from it, because it sucks for me. So I was like, okay, maybe. Whole my life loved art, loved since like I was like 9, then actively loved. Like I have my first like alcohol markers since I was 9, and some of them still work. I'm 20, so it's crazy. But I always loved art in some way, and drawing and painting, and I'm not really good at it, but I loved it, and I didn't really see myself as doing anything else. I love music, I love creating art, jewelry, and I liked to do the polymer clay sculpting things, and everything. I love doing everything. So then I decided, okay, I'm not going back to my half-time. I don't have a word for that. But I won't be working half-time, even though I finished my final exams, because I was finishing my final exams last year. And so I got less hours because I wanted to. And then we're like, oh, you finished school, do you want more hours? And I was like, no, because I wanted to like maybe pursue art, because by the way, I only have this, and this is from yesterday. I don't have this because I'm so tired. It's so embarrassing. But that was like an awakening for me, like the vision of somebody working so many years in a place. It's not really appealing to work for so long. I mean, I, as a creative person, I can't... Oh, also, I like writing. But I can't imagine just, like, not really, like, doing something with myself, like, differently. I don't know, because for me it feels like they have no other goal in life, and maybe that's true, but maybe I'm misjudging. But like, not just having like an urge to strive for something and to go for something and like have some silly little plans and all, just like commit myself to some kind of stupid job and just like live like this, and it's not for me. Not for me. So now I'm into art, and I'm trying a tiny bit with my YouTube channel, and this will be on my YouTube channel. Hi, it will be like probably an hour long video before, I mean, as long as my voice doesn't give out, but I'm here and I'm talking because I love talking. So yeah, decided art, and my parents commissioned like a portrait from me in the fall last year. So it was like, I was like, no, I don't want to work this job, and oh my god, I got a commission. And I mean, yeah, they're my parents, but it was a gift for like their friend of yours, so a big deal for me. And then they commissioned me again, like in January, I think, portrait again. And in May, my friend asked me if I wanted to be in the artist alley with her. I mean, apply for artist alley for August. We didn't get in, but that was whole another awakening, that I want to try to be active with my art, because before I was kind of passive. I knew that I won't work this job forever, and I don't want to do that, but I wanted to now do something more, and that's why I poured myself into a band. Because yeah, I'm also in a band. Like, why do I do so many things? How am I gonna explain it to anyone what I do? But never mind, it's fine. I'm also in a band, and I poured myself into the band, and I got our social media in check, and I tried to like tighten things up a tiny bit, as much as possible at least. And now it's fine. I mean, we're not on the way to anything, but like it feels right now. It feels right. It feels like cared for. Our band presence and what we do and what we try to do and anything. And now I kinda wanna go back to art, because I kinda abandoned it because of the band. But I also applied for some other artist alley, and I'll know in a few days if I got in or not. So maybe it will be even less hopeless for me, because if I get in, it will be like, it will be so big for me. It will be so big, and I'll be so happy. Because I really want to like be an artist and like take on commissions. The ones that I did for my parents were completely out of my comfort zone, because it was like semi-realistic portraits, and I loved it. I loved doing that. I'm just really enjoying like the process of painting and making something. It doesn't really maybe matter for me what. I mean, I like doing lately creepy shit kinda, and I'm really into horror my whole life, and I make this, and I want to give it another layer or something, but it's so cool. You can't really see it well, but here's like the ground, obviously trees, it's like in the forest, and there's a floating mouth. There's also a vampire, because I love this concept. Yeah, my latest thing, and that excites me. But I also loved making those portraits. It was just like fun. It was so fun. It was so nice. It was great. What can I say? And it just felt right. Everything feels right when I'm making art. It doesn't really matter what. And I just decided, I mean, not right now, but generally, I decided that it feels right to make art accessible for people, and that's my main goal. I want art accessible for people, and I'd like to keep my prices cheap, not really because I want to do stickers, prints and all, not because I wanted to sell only, but just because I want it to be like accessible. Sometimes it feels so out of reach to like buy something cool and feel cool and have something cool on your walls, and I sometimes buy prints if I have an opportunity, but it it feels right to give people the opportunity to access nice things and cool things. And I love doing them. And I think I have an awakening that I'm kind of a workaholic some time ago, because I feel best if I work a lot and I don't really have that much time for myself, even though I love playing video games and all. Like, it feels great when I'm busy. And lately I was kind of busy, and it was so nice. It was the best. Really, really nice. So yeah, I think I'll have like 2 different topics splitting here. But maybe I'll try making chapters for this video. So that was my life story. So my goal forward on: band, music, and art. And maybe like vending, commissions, anything that's connected to it. But art, making art, music, band, those things. That's goal for maybe not even this year, but I feel like this year is like such a breakthrough, like in my brain for stuff like this, that's really great. That's something. And even if maybe it's not only for this year, but like maybe further on, it's just like my big goal now. I tried moving out, I tried having a job, I did that, I did great at those both of those things, and now I just want to make like life for myself. And I know it will be hard and all, but I kind of don't care. I feel like there's opportunity in like small communities. I want to do YouTube just like wanted to do for me and just for the fun of it, because yeah, that's another story, but just for the fun of it. And besides that, I feel like, yeah, I could probably have like significant for me amount of money more when I just pursue it, even on the small scale, because who doesn't want their portrait or like some nice art to hang up? And I would be accessible, and I want to be accessible, because I can be. And it's so exciting. And yeah, also those goals, happy in life. Also, life is great. I don't know, I mean, my relationships not always great. I struggle with friends and with some people, and generally in my relationships sometimes I struggle. I mean, I try to better myself, but obviously struggling, that's my weak spot. I mean, relationships, weak spot. But besides that, I'm happy. I have enough money. I don't really I feel like I don't really need things. I'm really mindful with what I buy for myself. I mean, sometimes I let myself and my wife to have like some day that we go on kind of a shopping spree. It like probably happens once every 3 to 6 months, like kind of a shopping spree, but it's I call it that, but it's pretty insignificant amount. I mean, okay, let's not call it insignificant, but it's still mindful. It's all things that we still are I think we still use, maybe not regularly, because some of those are like just like nicer clothes that you can wear every day, but we use those things. They're in use, they're not forgotten, and they're like not only impulse buys. They're like, if we feel like we will use it, because I'm really against buying things that we won't use. So yeah, even we let ourselves have a shopping spree. I don't remember what it had to do with anything, but like, we have enough money. I can buy myself nice things if I want to. I just usually prioritize everything else over it, and I forget, and then I'm like, maybe not. And I kind of feel guilty about that, about getting myself stuff, but it's not really tragic. Because on the other hand, I'm happy that I can be the type of person that keeps myself in check, and I know that whatever happens, I know that whatever happens will be fine. I drew a star. Because I can save, I'm able to save money, and it's not hard for me at all, even with not really giant income. I don't struggle to save for anything for us. We have our vacations, we have some nice things, we can get like takeout some every once in a while, or like even kind of more often, and we like still have enough for everything. So fine, grateful. We have future plans, nice, like perfect. I have plans for now, which is my art. Like, it couldn't be better, right? So happy with my life. Appreciate stuff, and also I'm trying not to hate on stuff, and also be more mindful how I tell people about things. Like, I don't want to be dismissive, and I want to see good things, even in like stuff, everyday stuff, and like just in conversations. I try to be like positive and be like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, that sounds so fake, but generally I'm trying to be positive and maybe not take my opinions elsewhere. I don't know why I wanted to say that, what the hell. But I feel that that's a good thing. Thought also. That's a good thought. Yeah, I forgot it. That there's always a way to say what you're thinking in a way that could be at least not hurtful for the other person, or even like uplifting, or really like positive. And yeah, even if you think something kind of negative, or you have some of those negative feelings about something, it's easy to like make it feel like it's not the end of the world, but it's easy to let those negative feelings about something, even if it's something stupid, like make you distance yourself from all the possibilities. I mean now I mean it kind of more in like my band. Sometimes we talk, sometimes there's some suggestions, or like some things like instrumental inspiration, or we like discuss some we discuss instrumentals sometimes to some songs, or like some fragments, and somebody will say, oh, check this out, and sometimes it doesn't match my vibe at all. Sometimes it's my song, so, or like I came up with an idea for the song, so I kind of don't feel like I want anything, just anything in this. But instead of being like, nah, it really doesn't vibe with me, I mean, it sucks, I don't like it, then I tried to be, it's like on a real life example, but I tried to be like, oh, that's a nice idea, but it doesn't really align with what I had in mind for this song. And I was probably, or at least I remembered like that I was like, but keep the thought for some other song maybe, because it's fun. And I originally didn't like the idea, and I was like, and I stressed about trying to incorporate it with the original idea that I had. And then I was like, okay, no, I want to like do it to myself, and also I won't do it to the other person that expects maybe something that, I don't know, something will happen better with what they wanted, and then I'm here to like disappoint them and be like, nah, I don't like it, get it away. But like trying to be excited, keep the excitement on the similar levels to the person that you're talking with, maybe, and then, or me, because it's about me, everything's about me here, and then think further, like, it's not an offense that somebody wanted something else in my song than I had in mind, or like put in an idea that didn't at all align with my original idea. It was just an idea, so I decided to treat it as such, and so yeah, so it came out like what I said, I guess. So don't really vibe with it for this song, but keep the idea for later. I feel I will gladly, happily listen to it and use it in another song. I know I'm not talking too clearly, but I'm trying. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just trying to be more positive, a bit more upgrading. Trying to be more positive, to not offend anyone, but it's not only about offending, it's just about feelings. I get emotional easily too, and offended maybe. But still, and that's why I try to have better words for what I think, because it's pointless to like just say mean things. It's so pointless to say mean stuff or like convey your thoughts in a way. And it feels fine to be mindful. It doesn't feel like you're against yourselves or your values or anything. You know, it's stupid. But yeah, that was such a long talk, and I forget what I was talking about. But that means it's working, because the best talks are when you just forget how it even originated, right? So yeah, that's the talk. I mean, I'm not finishing yet, probably. I don't even know if we had any conclusion. Okay, or maybe I'll try gather it up, because I feel like I need a break. About happiness in life, too little of it, too little saying in social media that you're happy. And I don't mean to romanticize your life and like show that you're happy, and like those are always those Instagram posts and stories that show, oh my god, you're on vacation, like the romanticized life, because everybody knows that's not real. But just like being content with your life, and a tiny bit maybe less depression. I mean, it's important to express feelings sometimes, but there's a lot of it. There's a lot of sadness and uncertainty and like hopelessness. Let's maybe, at least I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be happy here. And I am. And second, life. Give yourself big goals for yourself. Don't undermine what you think is a big goal, because getting a job for me was huge. Getting an apartment for me was even bigger. And I'm so happy in how I've grown as a person since I've done those things. So like mid-size to big goals that are realistic for you and your age and everything, really, I'll recommend. Also, following your passions, I'll also recommend. So yeah, we'll come back to this. It's so shiny, I'm so sorry. We'll come back to this. I'll have to come back to this, and I doodled something. It's eyes and wings and stars, and it's ugly, and I love it, because yeah. And also, I'd say follow your dreams, but maybe not obsessively. I mean, I'm a person that doesn't really take chances too well. I mean, I probably could have done way better with my life, but I didn't, because I was scared, uncertain, blah blah blah. But even if you're like this, you're not hopeless. It's not hopeless to turn around anytime at all. You just, if you need to wait for the opportunity to push yourself forward, that's not coming from you, but from the outside. Like my parents commissioned me. Like I realized I don't want to work this job so long. Like so I had something else, but just generally, like, oh, like my friend invited me to the artist alley that we didn't get in, but even if we didn't get in, the thought of the application, it changed my life. So you don't need to stress that much about progressing your passions or what you want to do forward, like at the young age, or like when you're a teenager. Give yourself time to breathe. But if there's an opportunity just like waiting for you, like you almost got it, or you like can try something, always try the thing. Even if you're uncertain, if it aligns with what you would feel like you want to do, or like it's aligns with your passion at the time, never turn down an opportunity. You don't need to be so active or like bust your ass off at the beginning if you're uncertain, if you're scared, but never turn down anything. If it aligns with how you feel, take it. Always take the chances. And I felt like, as I said, the thought that she put in my head that there's something more to do, and actually I can do it. I could do it. I'm old enough. I'm probably skillful enough. I have resources that I can use and money. Like, what else do I need? I don't need anything, and I can do it. And at first I was like uncertain, and I was like, nah, maybe not. I'm not sure. When she asked me, and then I was like, you know what? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm doing this. Like, let's apply. Let's apply for real. So yeah, take all your chances. Even if you're a person that doesn't really have a head for this and feels so stressed about starting anything, maybe you don't have to, but don't turn away from chances. And I'll take a break and probably will record more today, but this will be our first video for this format, which is ugly format, but I kind of don't care because it's so real for me, and maybe sometime someone will like my yapping. I love yapping. And yeah, I'll take a break. I'll probably record more, and if anyone sees it, then I'm so happy. And if anyone nobody sees it, then it's fine. It's fine. It's for me. Now it's for me because I love talking. That's what I've decided. That's how I can make YouTube videos as I always wanted. So making it for me, 100%. Break, and maybe there will be more videos with me yapping. I hope so. Bye.